What's up, guys? It's OddManMc. Sorry, I've been on a little bit of a break. As you guys know, my daughter was born back in January, and I'm kind of taking some time to just be a dad. So my dad duties will take priority over any videos I'm doing. But I figured I had some time, so I thought I'd do a quick video here. I'm at the village where we just found all of the resources from last time, including the furnaces, and I'm so glad I got that going because now I have some iron cooking, so I can actually get to some iron weapons. My goal for this one is to start fortifying this. Whoop, that was my fault. Fortifying this village a little bit. The villagers have not turned with the new update in 1.14. They are still without jobs because they do not have any what's the word? Stations, I guess I think is what it's called. So my goal is to dig up a bunch of stuff and just kind of put a wall around this place to kind of keep them safe from pillagers. So I'm going to collect some resources for that and collect some resources for my house so I can get that finished, and we'll kind of go from there. So yeah, let's get started on that. I do have some more questions that I'm going to answer as we go, and we'll kind of go from there. So my first question is, have you changed since you were younger? And I definitely have. I think everyone kind of changes as they get older. I'm definitely not the same person I was a few years ago. Even like 6 years ago, I'm a completely different person. I still tend to have some issues with my own habits, but other than that, I like to think that I've grown. I've become more of a down-to-earth person. At least I like to think that I have. Alright. My favorite childhood memory. I would say probably my favorite childhood memory. I think I have two of them because it's hard to pick. One of them was going to Disney World for the first time. That was a lot of fun. The other one I would say is going to Mall of America for the first time, and this is back before they really did much with Mall of America. Now it's kind of like the same 4 stores are on every single floor, and that's about all they have. Other than that, Mall of America nowadays is not very good. I'm not really impressed with it, and I don't have my iron on me to make another axe. Dang it! I have to make a wooden one. But yeah, I would say those were my 2 favorite memories. Let's find the crafting table over here. My next question is, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? And I would honestly have to say it would be pizza, because you can add anything to pizza. A lot of people will choose something else, but I feel like pizza is a really good food to go with if you're going to eat one food for the rest of your life. Yeah, I could put anything on pizza. I could put veggies, I could put meat, I could put whatever. I got dirt. So, yeah. When I was younger, what did I want to be when I grew up? And I think I've told you guys this already. I wanted to be just a musician. I wanted to play music, and I still get to do that, which is awesome. I get to play in a band with some friends, and I have a lot of fun with that. And I want to get into a house or find a bed. There's no bed there. Whoops. Maybe I made a poor mistake coming here. Find a bed, find a bed, find a bed. I don't think this village has any beds. And I don't have it lit up to where zombies are going to start spawning. This is going to be a bad time. Uh-oh. I'm getting nervous. I'm going to try to find a bed. I'll get back to you guys in a second if I can survive. Alright. I fought off some zombies and some skeletons, and I kind of just waited it out till it got daylight. So I think I'm just going to set up shop in here. I'm going to try to find some sheep and make a bed so I can make this a home away from home and just kind of get things situated so that way I can come here. I need to get some stations set up so that way I can actually trade with the villagers, because I brought some stuff to trade and I can't use it because they don't have their jobs. They're just kind of worthless right now, and I hate that I fought so long to get to them, but I wanted to play with the new updates, since I don't get to do that often on the servers that I play on. So we'll just kind of situate ourselves this way. I'll take out the floor a little bit. I might just build down and out and just kind of make a little room. I think that sounds like a plan. So, let's see, back to the questions. What is the longest that I've gone without doing laundry? I think the longest I've ever gone without doing laundry in college was like maybe 2 months. But I also had a lot of clothes, and I still do have a lot of clothes as of today. I actually just tried to get rid of some, and the store that's nearby that accepts clothes was not taking men's clothes because they said they were overfilled or whatever. They had a large inventory, but on their website they still said they were accepting it, so it was kind of weird. So I just gave them to Goodwill. I'm hoping somebody can get some use out of my old shirts. I have a lot of t-shirts. I love t-shirts. I tend to get them a lot when I go to shows, which is not that often, but if I find a band that I really enjoy, I like to show my support and buy something from them, because a lot of the times they're touring and this is their job, and they need money to get home for gas, or gas money to get home, and I really like to show my support that way. So I think we'll hollow this out just a little bit and light it up and just make a little room, where like a panic room, I would say. And we'll kind of go from there. And again, I'm getting rid of all this stone. I'm not going to use it to craft. Now that I have access to iron, it's going to be a lot easier, and it's going to be a lot better to get some of this stuff out. Okay. And the nice thing is my trash can is right here, so I can throw by. Okay. So I do have some wood. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fortify this place. This is going to be hard, but I'm up for the challenge. So let's try to find a couple sheep so I can build a bed. I should have brought one. I have an extra one at my house, but I just did not bring it because I did not think. Right. Next question is, what is one thing you would like to become better at? Become better at. I would like to say listening. I'm horrible at listening. I tend to get distracted, and I tend to put my focus on other things that I have right in front of me, and I tend to ignore things around me. Plenty of chickens and a turtle. But I'm not very good at listening, and I really want to get better at listening, so that's something I try to do better at. One thing I feel like I've been doing better at is I'm becoming more organized, which I think is great. But other than that, listening would be something I want to get better at. What drink do you usually order with food? I tend to get Mountain Dew a lot. I do get the occasional Coke, depending on if they have Coke or Pepsi products. They don't bother me if people ask, is Pepsi okay if they don't have Coke? Pepsi tastes just fine. Nope, didn't mean to throw that. But I do like to drink Coke from time to time. It's nice. I try not to drink a lot of caffeine now because I do have a heart condition with my blood pressure. But I do enjoy caffeine. Do I like to cook? Of course I like to cook. I told you guys that before. What would motivate you to run a marathon? Motivate me to run a marathon. That would take a lot. I would say a significantly large amount of money. I would have to get into shape. I would have to do a lot of the things differently that I'm doing now in order to run a marathon. I don't see myself ever doing that soon, but I would never say never. I would run a marathon over skydiving because I'm terrified of heights. I don't ever want to jump out of the sky. I don't think I could handle it. It would not be fun for me. So, next question. What do you wear to sleep? That's interesting. I typically wear just a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. It's, typical stuff. That's about it. What is something new that you've learned in the past week? Learn new in the last week. I'm gonna have to think on that. I like how this village is close to a couple different biomes, like the jungle and all that. There's plenty of cows, but I don't see any sheep. I want a sheep. Is that a sheep? Yes, good. Found some. Um, Last week, what have I learned? I'm not sure. I have learned that I just started teaching a new student guitar, and I've also started teaching my brother-in-law ukulele, which has been a lot of fun. And I've learned that my brother-in-law can pick up on stuff really quick. He's a super smart kid. Um, he's been picking up on ukulele like crazy, and this new kid I've been teaching guitar is picking up a lot of the advanced stuff that I've thrown at him. He's played before, but he hasn't done any like of the fundamentals. He took a couple of years off and wanted to get back into it. So, and I showed him something called the pentatonic scale, which is like a 5-note scale that you kind of repeat going up, and he picked up on it really quick. I'm excited to see how he does next week, on our next lesson. So I would say that's something new I've learned. People still surprise me at how well they learn things and pick stuff up, because some people don't pick up things really well. I've had a couple students that it took them a couple years to get to where one student got in one day, which I think is just everyone's a little bit different, which is perfectly fine. And what do I do for fun? I do this for fun. I like to read. I play music, of course. That's probably the biggest thing that I do. Yeah, I think I've already answered that before, but do you believe in love at first sight? I don't know if I believe that. Love at first sight? What are you doing out here, sir? You need to get back to the village. I do believe that you can find your true love and kind of have a feeling of it right away, but you're not 100% sure. But, everyone's different. But for myself, I don't know if I necessarily believe in it, because I've let myself believe it before, and you just tend to get hurt a little bit. What is the best part of my day? My best part of my day is just waking up and seeing my daughter. My daughter is just awesome. I love playing with her. She's 4 months old now, and she's just the greatest thing ever. If I ever had the chance to be a stay-at-home dad, I would, because I would just love to stay home and just take care of her. Let's do some of these. Oh, wrong button. Nope, that was right. And make a bed. Actually, I could make a couple beds. I should just get some sheep and make a sheep farm. I might have to head back to my own personal base and do that. So, I think one thing I'm going to have to do off camera, I'm just going to collect materials and fortify this village, because I don't want it to get destroyed during a raid. I've seen those on... Sorry about that. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it here for now. There's, yeah, not much. I'm just making this a short one, so sorry that if it's been kind of boring. I didn't really do anything, but I hope you guys have a good one, and remember, keep calm, be odd. Edit that